Hey guys, Brakeman Z here with another Z Reviews. I apologize that I haven't posted up some of my reviews over the past couple weeks, but for Brutal Legend, um, let's be honest, I didn't get a script ready and I didn't, want to do a video without a script. And also, I've just been busy with a couple things over the last couple weeks, so, well, but this week I have something definitely in store for you. And as soon as I reach over and grab it, I can get started. There's something about the classics that always brings a note of joy to my heart. Yes, we have all these big, flashy games like Halo and Street Fighter and so on. But it's my belief that without some of these classics, then we wouldn't have the games that we have today. So that's why this week I'm going to tell you about Namco Museum DS for the, Nintendo DS. Namco has had quite a run of popular titles over the many years that it's been in operation, so I imagine it might have been difficult picking out their best for this release back in September of 2007. However, they finally picked their choices, and they were Pac-Man, Dig Dug 2, Xevious, Galaga, the Tower of Druaga, Mappy, Galaxian, and for the multiplayer aspect, Pac-Man Versus, which I'll get into a little later. Each of these games plays just like their arcade counterpart, and with the dual screens of the DS, you can have some hints and some other kinds of help on the bottom screen, which is pretty cool. A cool thing about the 7 single-player games is that you can play with dip switches to adjust different things, like how many lives you start with, or the score to get extra lives, and so on. Granted, you can do that with some of the other options, but I think playing around with the dip switches, that's kind of a cool geek thing. In a included library mode, you can see some of the promotional material that they came out with, and you can even see the motherboards of these arcade titles, which I think is pretty freaking sweet. Now, let's get into Pac-Man Versus. Pac-Man Versus is a title that was originally exclusive to the Nintendo GameCube and was released with the Player's Choice edition of Pac-Man World 2 and a few other titles. Basically, the idea is that one player is Pac-Man and the other 3 are the ghosts, and every player is racing to get a certain amount of points in order to win. The ghosts have a limited view of the field, but it can expand temporarily by eating fruit. And if one of the ghosts catches Pac-Man, then those players switch roles, and this continues until someone reaches the point goal. It's a pretty fun title to play with 3 of your friends, and it's good to have a nice little twist on the classic. So overall, what's my recommendation for Namco Museum DS? It's a good game for those who like to enjoy a blast from the past, but your enjoyment may vary. Ultimately, I have to say this one is a rent. It's good for a little while to enjoy the old school titles, but like I said, your enjoyment may vary. So that's going to go ahead and do it for Z Reviews this week. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you again next time. May your save files never be corrupted. Good night.